And welcome back to part 2 of What If Naruto Could Copy Kekkei Genkai. Last time Naruto What If, Naruto discovered his ability, has copied currently the Sharingan and Haku's Ice Release to already be much stronger than most of his peers, if not all of his peers. Yeah, with some except, like Neji theoretically would still beat him at this time, but that's quickly going to change in terms of straight power. Yeah, Rock Lee maybe would still be able to beat him just because of his 5 gates, but or 5 gates. But yeah, otherwise there's not many within his peer group who could beat Naruto couldn't beat. But there's a couple questions that got brought up in the last time I did this, and 2 of the big ones that I think need to be addressed is the Sharingan thing. 1, someone asked, wouldn't Naruto have his Mangekyo already because he saw Sasuke die? And my answer to that is no, because it's not truly well defined whether or not you need a completed mastered Sharingan with 3 Tomai in there, or if you don't. Because both times we saw a Mangekyo, actually all 3 times we saw a Mangekyo achieved within the series, was with Sasuke, and he already had his 3 Tomai, Itachi already has 3 Tomai, and Kakashi, who already has 3 Tomai. Now, for anyone asks, I don't remember Boruto, because I don't follow Boruto, and I know Sarada does have a Mangekyo in Boruto, but I don't remember if she had 3 of her Tomai or not. So, if someone could confirm that, that'd be great. For the time being, I'm going to treat it as he needed a fully completed Sharingan in order to activate it. Now, the second thing that got brought up, and this is, I think, the more important question that needs to be asked. Naruto's ability to copy, did it translate to people ask, does he have Kakashi's Kamui? Would he be able to copy the other Kamui? Would he be able to copy Koto Katsukame, Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu, any one of the Sharingan specific abilities? The answer initially would have been no. Naruto, and to further kind of backpedal on this, someone asked, Naruto just copied the ability to have in Sharingan. He still needs to activate it. No, he saw a Kekkei Genkai and his body adapted and gave him the Kekkei Genkai. That's how his ability works. So he has a Sharingan. But in terms of the copying thing, no. Now, normally speaking, if Naruto didn't have a Sharingan, he would not be able to copy the specific abilities of that jutsu. For example, if Naruto didn't have a Sharingan and he watched Haku create the Crystal Ice Mirror, he wouldn't be able to create the Crystal Ice Mirror. He would simply have the Ice Release. However, because the first Kekkei Genkai he copied, so, how ironic and so conveniently was the Sharingan, yes, he can copy specific techniques used with those specific Kekkei Genkais. So yes, he still has to see Kamui be used, but he can use Kamui if he sees it. Mind you, if he saw a Mangekyo Sharingan, I didn't even think about this till just this moment. I wonder if seeing a Mangekyo without having one himself would force the Mangekyo to activate because of the way his Kekkei Genkai works in copying bloodlines. And it is technically an advanced version of a bloodline. It's still a bloodline. So I'm actually going to say yes, he'd be able to copy a Mangekyo, and it would probably look like said Mangekyo. Now, would he copy those abilities immediately? No, he still has to see the ability. Say if he copied Itachi's, he still have to see Tsukiyomi or Amaterasu be used. He would still gain access to his own Mangekyo abilities, but there you go. Now, would he gain an Eternal if he saw an Eternal? I think because of the stipulation of having to implant an eye, I think that one is off the table. I do think that one is off the table. I think a Mangekyo is a natural progression of a standard Sharingan, but because you need another Sharingan implanted, I think that's the one exception where Naruto can't do it. Regardless, though, we're catching up, I believe someone has stated, it was like 2 months between when they got back from the Wades and the Chunin exams. So this gives Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura a lot of time to train and get better. And during that time period, Naruto has really been pushing himself to learn his Ice and his Sharingan as best he can, learn techniques and jutsu. Sasuke's also been training a lot with Sasuke, who does not want to fall far behind, and has another Sharingan to train with. I think Sasuke is actually more adamant about training with Naruto here than Naruto is, because he's trying to kill his brother. And to be able to train against another Sharingan is something he didn't think he'd have the opportunity to do. So, and then adding Ice Release on there gives him another, advantage there. Sasuke's learning more fire style jutsu. Sakura, I think, tries to keep up, and to her credit, I think she is trying a bit more in this version, just a little bit, at least when they're together. But Naruto and Sasuke do train, separately together as well. So Sakura does get left out of the mix. However, that said, how strong are Sasuke and Naruto here? Sasuke and Naruto's taijutsu has increased by leaps and bounds because they're now able to see each other's movements coming and react in time. But Naruto's the more sporadic of the two of them. He's always been naturally the more think-on-the-fly kind of style fighter. So this gives him a very good edge over Sasuke in this scenario, because he now has been able to copy Sasuke's fighting style, apply it into his own. Sasuke also can copy Naruto, but Naruto can just think on the fly, so it's not something he can kind of copy in the same way. Think Taskmaster versus Deadpool. Deadpool's one of the few individuals Taskmaster can't copy effectively because of the way Deadpool just kind of moves around. And so he's kind of unpredictable in that way. Taskmaster hates going up against Deadpool. I think Sasuke's kind of the same way. So this actually means, between the two of them, and Naruto, I think, with a lot of training with him and Sasuke, would get to his second Tomai. I heard someone say it's not pronounced Tomai, it's pronounced Toomai, or Toimai. Not Toimai, I think it's Toomai. So I'm going to try to say Toomai. His second Toomai. And I think Sasuke also gets his second as they're duking it out. But Naruto actually now holds the edge in unarmed combat. Now, Sasuke does have the fire style release on his side and probably does use it. So this means that Naruto does have access to fire style as well. At least the few techniques Sasuke has shown. The fire style, fireball, and the phoenix flower. I don't think he's used the dragon flame jutsu against Naruto, because he wants to keep a couple secrets for himself. And I think maybe he's also added maybe another fire style jutsu under his belt to add on to that. What the fire style jutsu is, I don't know, maybe a fire fist. I kind of used one in the last Naruto What If, kind of like a fire style Chidori a little bit, but I compared it more like to the Mortal Fist you see in Yu Yu Hakusho. So it's maybe something like that, where it's kind of just he puts fire on his fist, and he just increases his taijutsu, makes him more dangerous. So while Naruto has the more skilled taijutsu, Sasuke is still got the more dangerous taijutsu. And I think because he just kind of lights his fist, it's not something Naruto can copy because there's no hand sign. This is why Sasuke has never copied the Rasengan, because there's no hand sign involved with it. That's not to say Sasuke couldn't probably learn the Rasengan, he just never cared to, as far as I know. Meanwhile, Naruto has been adding as much jutsus as he can to his roster, because copying the Ice Release awakened his ability to use wind and water, and now he's got some fire style as well. He's been stressing his wind, his water, and trying to do as much as we could with the ice. He's been trying to figure out how Haku did the crystal ice mirror, but can't figure it out, never saw it. What he has gotten under his belt instead is, I believe, the surging wave technique, which I think is, the name varies, but it's the standard, it's the water equivalent of the fireball, just releasing a lot of water. Obviously, he's also got the water style, what was it, raging vortex or something, water vortex jutsu, and the water dragon. He's also learned to, use the ice variants of this. He's just, instead of using his water chakra, he makes the hand sides and an ice dragon appears, or the vortex appears as an ice vortex. Luckily, he has a lot of chakra, so he can kind of span this indefinitely when training, but even he struggles with a lot of those high-end jutsus. When it comes to the wind, I think surprisingly he's only got the Gale Palm under his belt right now, because he's been focused on the things he already knew he had. He learned just the basics when it came to wind jutsu. But one of the things he has learned with the ice jutsu is to also just instantly freeze his water. So he could start with water and then just hold, make a Hans sign, make a Hans sign, if you will, hand sign, and just freeze the attack. So it literally turns on the wire, they prepare, and then just freezes on them. Also, Naruto probably developed at least 1 or 2 ice attacks of his own. For example, I imagine him doing like shattering ice. For example, you say he uses the water vortex to get stopped, it shatters, and he just suddenly does the hand sign, and the icicles don't stop, fall, they float in the air, and he just does ice style. Blade Storm Jutsu! And he just attacks basically with a bunch of piercing bladed ice shards. Also, I think he can freeze things with a touch, although it's not like an instantaneous flash freeze, unless he's like really focusing hard, and even then that takes practice. But he can, touch something, and ice just suddenly moves a bit. It's not like he's ice bending, mind you. He still has to touch something, but there you go. I think that's really the scope of Naruto's abilities at this time and Sasuke's. Sakura, sadly, just hasn't really been improving as much, just because it really wasn't in her nature to be improving right now. But she's probably at least a little bit stronger and faster than she was in the original. So this catches us all the way up to the day the Chunin exams are going to be announced. And Naruto knew this was coming, so that's why he told Sasuke and Sakura about this. Sakura may, I'll backtrack what I said here. Maybe she's learned get one minor genjutsu, and just to say she hasn't been slacking, but compared to the 2 of them, she has. And maybe it's the jutsu that Kakashi used on her. Maybe that's the thing Kakashi teaches her, and she just practices that a lot. And she'd probably be really good at it. We know that it said she had a talent for genjutsu. It sucks she never really capitalized on that, or Kubo decided not to do that. Regardless, Sakura just asked Sasuke, hey, you want to do something today? It's like, look, Sakura, it's fine. You're my friend. You're my teammate and friend and all, but you really should be. The Chunin exams are going to be happening very soon. They don't know it's going to be announced today in 1 week. And it's like, so you really should be trying to get strong. But look, I've been getting strong. Look, I can even learn that genjutsu Kakashi taught me. Great. Over 2 months, you learned 1 genjutsu, and you're maybe a little physically stronger. Anything else? And she, it's like, look, as much as Naruto gets on my nerves, at least he's been working to get a lot stronger ever since learning his Kekkei Genkai. You can't slack when he comes to being a ninja. That's going to get you or me or Naruto killed one day. He's nowhere near as bad he's nowhere near as rude to Sakura here, I think, because it's coming more from a place of genuine concern, not just for his own well-being, which is fact. He does care about him and Naruto's own well-being, but for her own well-being as well. She just isn't putting in the effort. And she wasn't at that point in time. No one can deny that. But he's not rude of saying you're even worse than Naruto, because let's be honest, she is worse than Naruto, but not in a way, it's not her fault. This Naruto gained a really big boost in power all of a sudden, and he's really been taking it seriously. And so then, obviously, Konohamaru shows up. Hey, boss! It's like, Konohamaru, Square Rocks, you really weren't fooling anyone with that Square Rock. You promised you'd play ninja with us today. And Sakura, still being Sakura, ninja playing ninja? That's so twisted. Hey, who's she? Oh, I know who she is. Is she your friend? And Sakura's boom, gets the, vein on the forehead. Unfortunately, Naruto's still very much Naruto. He's a bit wiser here, a bit smarter, because he knows, the seriousness of his situation. I can't just go bragging about this. When it gets found out, it'll get found out, but I gotta be smart about this. And so he still is stupid enough to say, yeah, you can tell she's kind of crazy about me, right? And then she just gets the bonk. Which, while I don't approve of her hitting him, I'm not going to lie and say he kind of didn't deserve it. I maybe have backtracked a little bit on my stance of that. I still think she's not a good person for all the amount of... her physical assault being the main answer to her irritation, but whatever. And then obviously Konohamaru gets a bump on the head, and he insults her, and, he runs off, and Naruto's like, oh crap, Konohamaru, come back! And he bumps into Kankuro. Now, Naruto is getting really aggravated with Kankuro for, choking out Konohamaru and, being complete ass. And if you want to see where I rank that decision, how dumb it is, you can watch my Dumbest Naruto Moments video. Naruto quickly is going to... quickly charges in, because, again, can't let people really know off the top right now that he's got an ability. And he's also not going to throw an attack out or anything like that. He might hurt Konohamaru. And he does still go down. It's like, wait, what the hell was that? You're annoying, are you? And then Naruto actually activates his Sharingan. So that's, it's like, Naruto, I just want to break him in half. So that's what it was, huh? You're using chakra strings attached to your fingers. Interesting. No wonder I tripped. You tricked me. I couldn't see it at all. It's like, what? And Tamaru's like, how does he know that? And they do catch his eyes. There's something up with his eyes. What is that? They've never seen a Sharingan before. They assume they probably heard of it, but they assumed that there's only one Uchiha. And is that a Sharingan? I've never actually seen one before. All right. And then he looks at Kankuro. Round 2, jackass. Boss. It's like, so you got a little spunky after all. I like that, but let me take care of this first. Oh, Naruto's about to actually summon some ice, or use Gale Palm or whatever, but then Sasuke, poof, he hits that arm. And Naruto quickly comes in and grabs Konohamaru. A lot of K's. I got you. It's like, hey, you, get lost. It's like, you, another brat to piss me off. You're the one who's pissing me off. You come into someone else's village and attack a villager. You know what I don't know what loser village you come from. They must not raise their shinobi to be very smart. And Naruto lets Konohamaru down. And he's a little annoyed at Sasuke for getting involved. But Sasuke, he also knows that Sasuke knows he could have taken the guy. Now that he realized what was going on. Because, again, Naruto's Naruto, but he's a little wiser here. He's smart enough to know that he can't just be revealing his secrets willy-nilly, at least at this time. Eventually, it's going to come out, but if he can hold off on it as long as possible, great. And it's like, oh, man, Sasuke's so cool. It's like, yeah, I guess, but I would have been able to, now that I knew what that guy's secret was, I would have taken him in 2 seconds flat. Believe it. And Konohamaru's about to kind of give him a look like, really? And then he sees Naruto. I was like, wait, whoa? It's like, see, I can't reveal all my secrets, kid. That'd be showing off too much. And it's like, whoa, boss, you're so cool. And so Kankuro tries to challenge Sasuke. Kankuro, that's enough. You're an embarrassment to our village. It's like, what? And they both see him. Like, what the hell? No one sensed him there. Not even Sasuke. Not even Naruto. I apologize. We'll be taking your leave. Hey, you. What's your name anyway? I apologize. My name is Gaara of the Desert. I'm curious about you two as well. And Gaara points out, remember, in the original, he points out he stopped Kankuro with a pebble. The other one was able to see Kankuro's strings without any issue. Naruto's deactivated his Sharingan at this point. And so they're looking, and it's like, Naruto is like Sasuke Uchiha. Wait, he's not and they look on. It's like, I look forward to meeting you again in the Chunin Exams. Let's go. To which Tamari and Kankuro do point out, Gaara, what? That kid had a Sharingan. A Sharingan of the Uchiha clan. Yeah, but he said his name was Uzumaki. That's not right. The Uchiha don't have, the Uzumaki, the Uchiha have the Sharingan, not the Uzumaki. Wait, interesting indeed. And Gaara, who's, I don't know how, you see, from an intelligence standpoint, we know Tamari is the smartest of the three. Kankuro, take the stupid decision he made in that whole scenario out of the equation, is still very intelligent. And Gaara's not an idiot. I wonder if any of them know their history in this version. I think Tamari maybe kind of snaps her eyes open just a little bit. Like, wait, Uzumaki? Why does that name ring a bell? Because she is pretty much an equivalent to Shikamaru. She's almost an equal to Shikamaru. Shikamaru is the smarter of the two of them. But she is still highly intelligent. So and by the way, this video is going to be going on for a little while. I want to end on the preliminary matches. So this one might be a longer one. We might go all the way to 40 minutes. We'll see what happens. But she goes, wait, no, I'm going to have to check with Baki about this, but I think I know what that might have been. And if so, this got a lot more scary. Scary? Tell me what you're thinking tomorrow. And she gives him the theory, and Gaara's eyes go a little wide. And even though he's not insane right now, like not bloodlust, there is a bit of a smile on his face. And if Gaara smiles, even if it's just a small one, they're like, oh dear, it's like, interesting. And so, meanwhile, the Sound Ninja are like, oh, that Gaara kid's pretty interesting. And the Chia boy, what about the blonde? He's going to be maybe an issue too. We'll keep an eye out for them. And so, obviously, Kakashi gives them the form, everybody challenges them, and they pass their test, no problem. They do whatever last-minute preparation they have. Naruto maybe even picks up one more Winjutsu. Now, I watched NC Hammer, Nick, a video recently when it came to Boruto, and he talked about how I believe he showed that Boruto knew the Great Breakthrough, but only Orochimaru ever showed using the Great Breakthrough. Now, that doesn't mean Orochimaru is the only person who ever knew the Great Breakthrough. It's just that he's the only one who ever showed using it up until that point. I would imagine Great Breakthrough is just a bigger gust of wind than the Gale Palm. And I think Naruto has gotten to the point, because luckily he wins this natural affinity, they can just use the Gale Palm. I think Naruto's probably either got a Great Breakthrough under his belt, or he's tried real hard to get the Great Breakthrough. Almost there. Takes a little bit more chakra control, but he has been practicing the Phoenix Flower and the Fire Style Jutsu. So the day of the exams happen, they go. Sasuke quickly brags about knowing the signs of Genjutsu. They walk away. Neji asks who he is. It's a common courtesy to give your name first. What was that? And then Lee gets in there, and Naruto's like, whoa, he's fast. And then Gokly, please be my girlfriend. No way, you're so weird. Oh, Sakura. And they walk in and say, wait, I was to challenge the great Sasuke Uchiha. And wait, you don't want to challenge... Wait, come on, you don't want to challenge me first? And like, no thanks. The only one I'm interested in fighting right now is Uchiha. And by the way, I actually have to apologize to Lee, because I recently just watched this episode a couple weeks back. And he actually did not specify to Sasuke to just only use taijutsu. I've been getting on Lee's case for a while for this. But as it turns out, I was wrong. And I will admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong. Now, granted, Sasuke wasn't about to launch a fireball in that crowded room before the exams. That'd be stupid. But if Sasuke was using his full roster of jutsu, Lee probably would have still won. But it would not have been as easy of a win as he initially had, because Sasuke and him were strictly only fighting with taijutsu at that point, so it was natural he would have had the edge. Now, Naruto has a decision to make here. While he's still got the inferiority complex a little bit to Sasuke, because Sasuke gets all the attention, he also knows that overall he is probably stronger than Sasuke. So that satiates, I think that's the word. Satiates, that's the word I'm looking for. Satiates his ego a little bit. He's not as hurt by this, and he's not as annoyed. It's like, fine, you have at him. And so Sasuke and him go toe-to-toe. Now, physically speaking, Naruto and Sasuke should be a little faster and stronger here as well. If they're a 5 in the original, they're like let's actually use the 100 scale. If they're like a 20, to use getting stats here, Lee's like a 50 compared to them. Like, his body is just way more conditioned and developed and strengthened. But they're like a 20 in the original. They're probably like a 25, 30 here. They definitely, especially when it came to the taijutsu, they really were getting workouts and upping their speed, all that. So when Rock Lee and Sasuke fight, Lee is still very much holding the advantage, but because Sasuke has been able to incorporate some of the random moves of Naruto, he's a bit more unpredictable. So when Lee comes in, smashes into it, versus Sasuke just gets hit again. But when he comes in again, Sasuke is able to, this time, avoid and try to hit Lee, only for Lee to try to dodge, and Sasuke come in and actually tag him this time with a left. And Sasuke actually come in, and Lee actually have to put his guard up to block a kick. And Sasuke's, standing ready. He's just, this guy's good. All right, try this out. Against someone, and just the Sharingan. And now he can see Lee's movements and realize it's just pure taijutsu. But again, because he's been able to train with Naruto, even though Lee is faster and therefore he can't compensate completely, he is able to both avoid a couple more strikes and get a couple more hits in. And so Lee isn't having the easy time he had in the original here. He's not just completely dominating Sasuke. He's actually having to work for it. Sasuke, though, acknowledges, I am up shit's creek right now, honestly. I think one of the things Naruto has also done, though, in the training with Sasuke is allowed Sasuke to copy some jutsu as well off of him. Particularly, now here's the thing, Sasuke theoretically by the end of Naruto should have access to all the chakra elements, I believe. Because we know you can learn all the chakra elements, it's just your affinity makes it easier to learn that specific element. Which is ironic because Sasuke and Uchiha are predominantly fire users, but he had a lightning affinity. Go figure. So, he probably does whip out the Gale Palm, even though, because the Gale Palm does in fact have hand signs. Naruto having a natural affinity just means after the hand signs, he found it easy enough to just use it without a hand sign, or just like maybe one hand sign and then boom. Sasuke, though, does have to use the hand signs, and just, and he's using the most non-lethal, non-damaging technique he can in this room for obvious reasons. So, Lee comes in, snags Sasuke, gets behind him, only for Sasuke to Gale Palm until he gets shot into the walls. He was able to counteract my attack, and all of a sudden the troll shows up. Lee, that's enough. I'm sorry, Sensei. You fighting before the Chunin. I know, but you know you're gonna have to face the punishment now, right? And they're all just like, what? This guy was giving me problems. And I remember while you're watching the episode, I lost to this guy. Ugh. And then obviously Guy comes in, Lee, boom. Yeah. And so, I hate doing that to you, Lee, but it's for your own good. Guy Sensei, Lee. Anyway. And so, Guy looks over the group. You must be Kakashi's students. And by the way, my girlfriend mentions that Mike Guy sounds a lot like Zap Granigan. Mike Guy. Yes. I have a sexy learning disability. What do I call it, Kakashi? Sex Lexia. That would really be it. Kakashi is basically the kith to Zap Granigan. I never made that connection, but it's true. The only difference is Kakashi actually could beat Guy in a fight if they went all out. Granted, 8-gate guy, that unless Kakashi gets a Kamui or he's got DMS, yeah, Guy's beaten Kakashi at 8 gates, but then he dies, so draw. Regardless, yes, you might say he's my eternal rival. His score is even almost as good as mine, 50-49. Granted, they're meaningless contests, but whatever. And so they go, they disappear. Kakashi, is waiting for him. They go in, they see all the examinees. Naruto really isn't that scared, but he just says, I'm going to beat every last one of you. Believe it. He's like, are you trying to get everyone to hate us? Yeah, pipe down, Naruto. I was like, Naruto, it's good to see you. I was like, hey, Hinata. I was like, he knows my name. Kiba, they're all just having their standard interactions. Kabuto shows up, shows the cards. The Sound Ninja do their thing. Really, a lot of that interaction would be the exact same. Naruto hasn't changed enough for that interaction to really change. Ibiki shows up, gives him the exam. Naruto starts to freak out. But he remembers what the Sharingan can do and copy movements. And so, Naruto, Naruto pretends to be, in trouble. And then he, in his head, he goes, Sharingan. Just boom. Just kind of like, I found someone. And there we go. He copies off of someone. He's actually able to get a couple answers down. Whether they're right or not doesn't matter. He'll do it regardless. And obviously he answers the 10th question, and ultimately they pass. Anko shows up. Naruto gets the cut on his face. We're kind of just bragging a lot. And they go into the Force of Death. Now, Naruto, I imagine, is not going to be caught, could still be caught off guard here, because he doesn't have really any good sensory capabilities right now. But he's able to get out of it very quickly, thanks to the fact that he knows a lot of jutsu here, and even using his ice leaves to just crack out of the ropes. So instead of Sasuke trying to attack Naruto, it's actually Naruto who comes in, just a great breakthrough! It's like, And Naruto even has his Sharingan activated because he's pissed. Just like, you attacking a guy while he's taking a leak? That's low, buddy. Oh, how on earth did you? And it's like, so it's like that, huh? Damn it. Now, I don't know if this ninja had their scroll on him. Or I don't know that. I imagine he was kind of the leader. And I imagine all three of them split up. For the sake of interesting storytelling, let's say he does have their scroll on him. It's like, fine. I was gonna pretend to be him a little bit longer and take you off guard, but I guess I'll just do it the hard way. Take your scroll now. And to which Naruto just said, yeah, no, you're not. And then what? My feet! He's frozen to the ground. And there's a Naruto clone there which just has ice there. It's like, what is ice? It's like, Naruto just looks on, and surprising both of them. It's like, you've got two choices. You can hand over your scroll, and I can let you go after the numbness wears off, or I could freeze you from head to toe, let you die of hypothermia, and then take the scroll off your corpse. Which would you prefer? And they're even like, whoa. It's like, damn it, fine, take it. And it's like, good choice. And then he just lets shatters the ice. Yeah, you can go now, unless you want to try taking us on. To which Sasuke and Sakura both kind of get in there. They have kunai in. Don't think we're going to let him have all the fun. This isn't over. And he just runs off. Whoa, even Sakura is kind of like, whoa, that was really cool, Naruto. Thanks, Sakura. And he looks at the scroll they have. Oh, man, it's another heaven scroll. Now, and Sasuke does look at it as like, well, better to have extras in case we run into anyone too strong for us. Not a bad idea. Still, we need a code. We need to do something to make sure we can't be taken advantage of like this again. We need a code or something. Okay, here's the code. When does a ninja strike? A ninja strikes when the time is right. When I can't, you see, I just watched an episode not more than like a week ago, and I can't remember what he says. So I don't blame Naruto at all. It's like, well, and then Naruto said, well, couldn't I just show you I can do ice or something, or show my Sharingan? Sharingan can be masked with illusions. And if anyone's been watching, so the can be you can let me rephrase that. You can fake a Sharingan with illusion. What about just follow the code, Naruto? Because honestly, they actually know there shouldn't be anyone else in this out here who can use ice. So, yeah. Then the wind comes, blasts Naruto away. He quickly deals with the snake by just channeling some ice chakra and basically doing what Haku did against his dad, just boom, spiking the ice through the snake, or freezing him solid from the inside out. Should note, Naruto can't flash freeze something. Like I did when I did the Kekkei Toda of every type, I created one that I called Sub-Zero Release, which basically is like an instant flash type of technique. Naruto can't do that here. He can freeze things, certainly, and even maybe freeze them solid, but it would take a lot of time. First and foremost, he can just encase things in ice. And being a snake, that would not be good. But still, Naruto gets out of the way. Meanwhile, Orochimaru, as Naruto shows up, and as Grassman shows up, very nice, very sensible. Now, should note, Orochimaru knows Sasuke has the Sharingan here. Does he know that Naruto, yeah, did I say Sasuke? I meant Naruto. Does Naruto have the Sharingan here, or the ice release? No, because while he was listening in, he wasn't like visually watching. So he might have heard some things, but he's focused on Sasuke right now. Meanwhile, Sasuke is obviously freaking out. And then Naruto comes in, throws the shuriken at him. So it looks like I got here right in time. By the way, what was the password again? Or I forget it right now. Naruto, it seems you had a little trouble with my friend. So he sent the snake. Fine by me. I guess I'll have to do this on my own. And then Naruto, let's just give him the scroll. And Naruto was like, what? But they have a second scroll. So he hands him the scroll. He's like, very good, very sensible. But, unfortunately, you assumed I would just let you go if you gave me the scroll. If you wanted, come and get it. It's like, and so I was like, what? And Naruto's like, crap, I knew it. And Naruto activates his Sharingan and quickly rushes in. As Orochimaru is about to attack. Fire style! Firebomb jutsu! You'll have to try harder than the water style! Surging strike! And Naruto's firing off a giant mouse of water style and fire style. Has he? And then he just sees his eyes. That's not possible. How could he? And then Naruto just comes in and comes in again with some more close. Water style! Massive surging strike! Great breakthrough! Bro blasts the water back, only for the water to reform. Water style! Water dragon jutsu! Water jutsu, that a child knowing a jutsu that advanced? How does he have the Sharingan? And he just comes in and it just attacks Orochimaru. Orochimaru has to just cleave through it. Naruto comes in. He's got some shuriken and kunai in his hand. And he's just trying to take him on. And Orochimaru is noting he's good. He's good with the Sharingan. But how do you have the Sharingan? You're not an Uchiha. So how do you have it? What is your power, boy? And Naruto's like, and Naruto suddenly just, great, wind palm! Or makes the hands like, wind palm! It's like, wouldn't you like to know, douchebag? Interesting, but I don't have time to deal with you right now, Naruto. It's Sasuke I want. And you might be saying, shouldn't he be interested in Naruto right now? He's not sure what's going on here. He knows for a fact Sasuke is a pure-blooded Uchiha, so he's the safer bet. But for right now, it's like, he doesn't even also know Naruto's name right now. Except for the fact, actually, we don't know when Orochimaru took those bodies, the Grassden's bodies. Was it right when Naruto was in there? Right at the beginning of the exam where all those ninja were around and Naruto said, my name's Naruto Uzumaki, believe it. Or was it when they, you know what? No, it had to have been after the written test, before the bell test, because they even said there was a day between them there for them to rest. So it had to have been then. So he doesn't actually know Naruto's last name at the moment. Though he does note he looks a lot like Minato. And Naruto's like, it's like, yeah, I'm just getting started. And then, and Naruto looks at Sasuke. What are you, just being a scaredy cat? Come on! You're not hurt, are you, scaredy cat? And he throws it back to Sasuke, because that would have happened here, that whole scenario. Because Naruto didn't copy. The change in this what if didn't happen until Zabasha showed up. And so Sasuke does kind of snap out of it, and Sakura just calls him a coward, like she does in the original. Meanwhile, Naruto's trying his best, but ultimately he kind of gets blasted back, just and he's got then he gets the fox chakra, just attacks the snake. So wait, the fox chakra, so the nine-tailed brat lives. Interesting. And with a Sharingan, how? There's so many questions I want to answer. And he grabs Naruto with his tongue. She's like, what the hell? This is disgusting. But I don't have time for this. And Naruto can see it's a chakra on his fingers. That's not good. I gotta. He suddenly he can't grab his tongue, but what he can do is barely touch it. And now what? His tongue's starting to freak. Luckily, he doesn't bite it, so it's not falling off. But it's like, what? Ice release? And it's like, water style, water vortex jutsu! It's like, and he's getting blasted back by the water vortex. And it's like, what? And Naruto's touching it, freezing it. Ice vortex jutsu! And he has to get off it. And that actually legitimately takes some fingers off. And he just, ice jutsu. That's ice release. That's from the mist. There's no way this brat could have both. Unless all of a sudden, Naruto making some hand signs. He's kind of going through all the chakra he can to take this guy out. Let's see how you like this. Ice style. Frozen blade storm. All of a sudden, the water vortex or ice vortex shatters, turns it. You boy, what's your name? Naruto Uzumaki. And then his eyes go out to Uzumaki. It can't be. And he's like, ooh, perhaps there is more in this village than I initially thought. But quickly he realizes, but first, he has to get away. He does actually get some shrapnel. You're dangerous, Naruto Uzumaki. I think I could make good use of you. But for now, you're not the one I'm interested in. That your little tenant makes my gift a little problematic to give you at this time. Which is true. I've done Naruto having the curse mark before, but we actually just don't know how the curse mark would interact with the Fox's chakra, and Orochimaru would be thinking the same. I don't know how it's going to work. So, for the time being, but for the time being. And he just suddenly, basically reappears behind Naruto. Like, it's a crap! And great breakthrough! Shadow binding, snake shadow binding! And the snakes grab onto Naruto and just kind of hold him. Starts to freeze the snakes. And just... And, well, he doesn't quickly attack Orochimaru or Sasuke. Sasuke tries to fight him, and it quickly goes south. So he does manage, I think, in this case, to put the curse mark on Sasuke. Sasuke! Ah! And Naruto's just basically trying the best he can to summon any jutsu he can. A Phoenix Flower! Yeah, I said, forgive me, Naruto. I'll have to do some more research, but if it pans out, you'll be receiving a wonderful gift of your own at some point. Until then, farewell. It's like, damn it! And Sasuke and Naruto's exhausted. Not knocked out like he was in the original, but just exhausted. And so, Sasuke, we need to get him out of here. He's like, come on. And so they get him. Sakura's treating him. Naruto's exhausted. Like, I need to rest. Naruto, are you okay? Yeah, I think I'll be okay. But jeez, that guy was tough. I threw everything I had at him. I barely put a dent in him. Who was he? I don't know. He just said his name was Orochimaru because Sakura asked. And Orochimaru, whoever he is, he's bad news. And Sakura's even like, just rest for right now. Take my shift and I'll take my shift in about, we don't really know time frame, maybe 5 hours, something like that. Sakura should be fine then. And sure enough, Naruto wakes up. Sakura's passing out. And he just, Sakura, it's okay. You can go rest now. Just, I'll keep an eye on Sasuke, all right? And he's now keeping an eye out for, anyone. And so eventually the Sound Ninja, knock, knock, can Sasuke come out and play? Sasuke's unavailable, but I can be your friendly neighborhood punching bag if you'd like. You. So you think you can take us on, boys? I'll slice him in half. Fine. Besides, Sasuke is the one we're really after. Just make it quick. And Naruto quickly just activates his Sharingan. Like, bring it on. And it's like slicing airwave. It's like Gale Pump. And then and the slicing sound wave, I think is it vacuum airwave or something like that? Either way, it does overpower the Gale Pump, but Naruto just pumps more chakra. And all of a sudden two clones appear, and they basically just fire off Shuriken. Please, is that the best you've got? Boom! And then one Naruto appears from behind again. This time with freezing his feet to the ground. It's like, ice release? What? Naruto just comes in. He's like, yes. All right, next. And he's like, I'm sorry, but we don't have time to be dealing with you, boy. And Naruto blocks. Now, the thing is, Dosu's ability seems to work better if he misses rather than if he hits something, but he should still be able to use it. So Naruto unfortunately does quickly go down because of like the sound waves going straight through his ears. Like, and the clones pop out of existence. Like, yes, your attacks are fast, Naruto, but ours are move at the speed of sound. Naruto just is reeling, just crap. I can't. I saw the chakra coming, but I didn't know where it was going. Impressive. Now then, Sasuke is ours. And Sakura's like, no! It's like, Sakura! I should. It's like, if I make a clone, hopefully and he's able to shadow clone jutsu! Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, like a dozen clones pop up. And they shouldn't, as far as I can tell, be in the same boat as Naruto. It's interesting. I don't know how that really works. If you're suffering from something, like if you're poisoned or burned, would those clones be burned or poisoned too? Or are they just a copy of how you are when you're fresh? I think it's like a copy of you are when you're fresh. Now, if you're missing a limb, that can't be helped. But otherwise, they quickly rush in, and they all quickly start firing attacks off. And just like, I can't get a good attack in on him. And Naruto finally is able to kind of blast Dosu back. Sakura gets up, and then Rock Lee shows up. I see you were in trouble. Perhaps I can lend an assistance. Wait, I got this, Lee. It's like you seem to be hindered, my friend. Please, allow me to assist. It's like, fine. And so Lee goes in. He does quickly get taken down, though. And Naruto, it's just kind of, all right, round 2. I know your trick now. And so Team 10 is watching the whole time. Is this Naruto? When did he get this strong? And Dosu tries again. This time Naruto just simply it's like, haha, good luck with this. It's like, you realize, though, you can't make hand signs without your hands. Yeah, but it's a good thing I have extra hands. And all of the Narutos are attacking with their techniques. Eventually, Sasuke does wake up. And Naruto's like, Sasuke? Oh, something's wrong with him. And Naruto, and he quickly comes in and kind of beats the hell out of Zaku. And Naruto's like, what the hell? And breaks his arms. And then Sakura comes in and stops him. And Sakura hasn't had her glow up here. That's a big thing here. She has not had her moment of growth. So her and Ino are still on not the best terms. And she's just looking on like, yay, Sasuke's so awesome, but what was that? And never mind Sasuke. What was that with Naruto? He was using attacks never seen. I think one of them was even ice. How did that work? And all's well that ends well, because Dosu gave them an Earth Scroll, which is the opposite scroll they needed. And luckily, they still had both their scrolls. They had that extra scroll. And so they actually beeline for the tower. And they make it there. Everyone's good. I think because they had a couple days left, Sasuke is already taken care of by Kakashi with the seal. And so, to summarize the bits that will be happening here, Sasuke goes up against Yori, quickly takes down Yori. No problem whatsoever. Then you have the matches that, I believe it's Shino and Zaku, Kankuro and Mitsui, Shikamaru and Keen, Sakura and Ino, Tamari and Tenten. Then Naruto comes in against Kiba. Kiba quickly rushes him, but he just quickly shakes it off. Like, is that the best you got, idiot? Dog breath, and Naruto decides, you know what, screw it, and just activates Sharingan. Goes, what? What is it? Naruto's eyes? That's impossible. He has the Sharingan? Kakashi, what's this about? And Tamari and Gaara, meanwhile, is shaking. It's like, so it's true. He still has a Sharingan. But if he does something else, they'll confirm my suspicions. So I believe it's time. I suppose he finally felt it was time to show everyone. Show them the power of the Uzumaki, Naruto. And say, let's go, dog breath. You think that your little fancy eyes are going to help you? You're mine! And Naruto just, quickly just starts avoiding him, because Kiba's attacks are too direct. Naruto can easily avoid them. Then he turns Akamaru into a clone of himself, duplicate. That's not good. Fang over fang, surging wave. Oh man, it smells like wet dog in here now. Is that really all you've got? Surging, and he makes a couple more clones. Surging wave, massive surging wave. Enough of that. And then Naruto's walking on the water at this point, because the shock control unintentionally has gotten that good. And so he's rushing in, and just he's walking on, because he's put enough water that there's at least, I don't know, 6 inches there. And so Naruto's like, okay, that's enough, Kiba. I don't want to hurt Akamaru, so just end this already. It's like, shut up! You think you can beat me just with water tactics, and just because you can dodge, I'm gonna kick your ass! And the fang over fang! And immediately he tags Naruto in this crap! I have I gotta keep holding down. Sorry about this, guys. And just freeze it, and then they land, just freeze them like, it's like, ice? What the heck? I knew it. I thought I saw him use ice. It's like, whew, got you there. And then Naruto just comes in and is like, yeah, you guys aren't leaving now. And so, surrender? It's like, It's like, The Kiba is unable to battle. The winner is Naruto Uzumaki. And Tamaru's like, so it's true. He does have the Uzumaki bloodline. Oh, man. And it's like, I see. How interesting. And given the fact there's at least one other, and he looks at both Neji and Hinata, another Kekkei Genkai in this room. This will be fascinating indeed. Oh, Naruto. Sasuke is mine. You'll be next. Now, You might be thinking, well, again, shouldn't he have gone after Naruto? Again, I think, besides the fact he had nothing really that Naruto wanted at the time, I think the issue would be more so that he doesn't know how the curse mark would react to the fox, or how the fox would react to the curse mark. It might be a very bad mix and either kill Naruto, which means he wastes that, or he could destroy, maybe burn out the curse mark. By the way, I have not treated those kind of things, that kind of idea as such, but it's still, it's risky at the moment. Sasuke was his main objective. The Sharingan was his main objective. That's what he wanted to aim for. Now that he has someone who can copy Kekkei Genkai, he's like, ooh, I want. And so Naruto, gets up there. He's a little beaten up. Naruto, here you go. It's like, oh, what's this? Oh, thanks, that's very nice of you. And so they do question Naruto. How on earth were you able to do that? Why do you have the Sharingan and Ice Release? And yeah, how did you do that? Trying to be like Sasuke, stole a jutsu. I didn't steal anything. And to which Kakashi just goes, it's okay, hold on. Naruto, it seems Naruto's Uzumaki bloodline unlocked a very rare ability. He has a bloodline? Yes, it seems the Uzumaki did in fact have a bloodline. It was so rare though that it was considered a legend, even among their clan. Wait, what is it? Sasuke actually goes, he can copy other bloodline traits. It's like, what? Meanwhile, Hinata and Neji are going off on the field. Wait, that means, all right, Byakugan! And then Naruto's eyes suddenly go into locking mode. It's like, what the? Whoa! And then Naruto's eyes turn into a Byakugan. Whoa! That feels weird. It's like, well, weird how? It's like, that feels different than when they use the Sharingan. Like, I'm putting a lot more effort in it. He's got, oh my god, the beans on my face! What the hell? It's like, okay. And he just, luckily he knows how to deactivate it. Just like the Sharingan's like, oh god, that was weird. I could see through things. That was so weird. And they explain the Byakugan. And you can see through it. It has X-ray vision, nearly 360 vision. Now, there is something I will do later on because I think it would. Kakashi even thinks on it for a second. The fact he now has scanned the Byakugan is something very impressive. Is something even more dangerous. But there was a rumor that it wasn't just the ability to copy Kekkei Genkai that was what made the Uzumaki so feared. And you can, as someone did kind of bring it up in the comments, I'm just alluding to it right now. Yes, that is the route I'm going to go. If you figured it out in the comments a while back, that is the route I'm going to be going. For right now, Naruto, they're separate. Let's just put it that way. But so he watches the fight. He's also watching with his Sharingan to keep track of things. You should note, has Naruto or Sasuke copied any jutsus? There haven't been a lot. When you actually break it down, there weren't a lot used. And the ones that were used were not really copyable. Energy absorption from Yori, no. Kankuro's puppet, no. The body displacement thing where he dislocated himself, no. Shino's, Zaku, no. None of Gaara's moves, none of Rock Lee's. I mean, the movements, yes, but jutsu we're talking about. No. The only ones I can think of are the Shadow Possession. Even that's going to take some practice. And Choji's jutsu. Oh, and Ino's jutsu. Those are the only ones that actually involve hand signs that you could copy, that I remember. Let me know if you remember another one. And so Sasuke maybe has copied the Shadow Clone Jutsu at this point, tried it, realized, I can't do this jutsu. He's got way more chakra than me. Point being, Naruto copied the Byakugan here. He still goes and tries to attack Neji, and goes to Hinata's aid. Do you think that changed even a little bit? And so Sakai vowed to win. Last but not least, we'll have Choji and Dosu. That'll go the same, and Gaara and Rock Lee. Now this is something that people did kind of bring up, that I always get confused which is the actual Kekkei Genkai and which isn't. Because Gaara actually has the ability to fuse his chakra into his sand, but he also has magnet release. Now, the question is, which one of these is an actual Kekkei Genkai, or are they both a Kekkei Genkai? The way I've heard it described, I thought his ability to infuse his chakra into his sand was a Kekkei Genkai, but it's apparently not. And correct me again in the comments if I'm wrong. So Naruto is actually unintentionally copying the magnet release without even realizing it. The problem is Naruto doesn't have anything on him that would indicate he could use. Let me put it this way: He doesn't have Iron Sand. He doesn't have Diamond. He doesn't have anything that would work with Magnet Release. So even though he feels his target lock onto him, it's like, wait, what? It's like, Naruto, what is it? My eyes just activated again. Like, apparently that Gaara's got a Kekkei Genkai of some kind. Really? And he just thinks, given the location, it's probably Magnet Release. It allows people to magnetically control metal particles. However, I don't understand why. However, it doesn't make much sense that his sand works that way. Granted, he's not using it with his sand, but I think it's tied with his sand. I think that's mostly because we know he does have it. So, yeah, I'm actually going to take back what I said, because if it really is the fact that his sand doesn't have any metallic particles in it, then it is just his chakra manipulating it. So that wouldn't be a Kekkei Genkai. So then Naruto actually doesn't copy it. So I will backtrack on that. Needless to say, the Leaf fight goes the same. Everyone draws their lots. Naruto goes up against Neji, Sasuke against Gaara. And that is where we're ultimately going to end this video. I went long, but sometimes people really like it when I go long. I went long to the point where I need to get my charger for my laptop. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Join us on Wednesday for part 3. Will I be updating Naruto's image right now? Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm going to wait on that for a little bit. You know what? No, I think I'm going to wait. I will update the image for the next video. I think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.